Hi guys, and welcome to my vlog number 2. I wanted to talk to you about a few baby steps that helped me in the start of my journey. It's a few things. You can do them all from home. You don't have to go outside. Well, you do have to go outside, but you don't have to go out into public and socialize or anything like that. So I'm just going to jump right into the steps. And guys, I did say these are baby steps, so they might not be big or drastic to you, but it is something that's bringing you a step closer to lightening up your mood or anything like that. So, number 1, get out of bed. I know this is a hard one. I have struggled with it myself. It could be hard. I've had to physically be dragged out of bed before. I've stayed in bed full 24 hours at a time. I understand. But getting out of bed, even if you're just moving your body to the couch, that is a step. You're giving yourself a new scenery, you're surrounding yourself with new items, and you're also switching up your air. Especially if you stay in your room with your door closed all day, you're not really getting enough circulation. The other thing is cook. So this doesn't mean you have to go all Chef Gordon Ramsay in your kitchen. It could be something as simple as scrambled eggs and toast, bacon, a quick hash. I know that some stores will have already made hash that you just have to throw in the pan, which is what I used. Or you can throw together a salad. Basically anything that you can throw together. When you're cooking is, I think, a type of art because you're creating something, you're putting things together to create something, right? So it's going to stimulate your brain and kind of take your attention off of what is stressing you out or what is kind of troubling your mind at that time. So give it a shot. The next thing is getting outside. Now, I know I said that you don't have to leave your house, but you don't. I mean just getting outside in your yard. So I had a yoga mat that was still packaged, and I didn't use it for months, and I decided to just roll it out outside on my pavement and just lay in the sun listening to like the breeze and the birds around me. I brought my Bluetooth speaker outside with me, and I listened to music, whether it was sad or happy or whatever. My playlist will have you feeling a little bit of everything, so it really helped though. That day I felt like I was literally going to explode. I didn't know what the problem was. I knew I didn't want to go out and see people, but I needed to get out of my house. And I think that kind of had to do with just breathing the same air over and over again, that I was going to explode. So I just needed to get outside for a moment. I literally did that in my pajamas, by the way. Do something creative. So whether it is cooking or making some type of music, if you have any old music instruments around you. I know it's not really that common or something that you just kind of have laying around, but you can try drawing or painting or building something with, maybe you have some like scrap wood or scrap material, clothing or whatever. If you feel like you want to make some kind of tank top out of that old t-shirt that you have, go for it. Something that gets your creativity going. I feel like everybody has creativity within them. It's a lot of different types and levels of creativity. It's not just art, it's not just drawing, it's everything. So try something that you never done before that you think you'd be bad at. You might surprise yourself. Also, do something childish, something that you would normally sit back and look at and be like, oh, that's childish. My example is I had like a little staycation, and we had rented out a jacuzzi suite, and I didn't think of what would happen if I put too much bubble bath in the jetted tub. So what happened, I guess you guys can probably guess what happened. Bubbles everywhere. So it was literally covering my head. You couldn't see me at all. I had to take armfuls and run into the shower, and there was a whole trail like all over the tiled section of the room. It was all covered in bubbles. It was overflowing. We had to move robes, towels, our bottled water, the Bluetooth speaker. We had to move it all away from the edge because it was literally overflowing. And sadly, I didn't take a picture, but it was hilarious. It was something where like my only focus was solving that problem right there in the moment, so I wasn't focused on anything else that was stressing me out. So anything that you might not have gotten to do when you're a child, go try and do it now. You know, it was ironic because I went to go see my psychologist. She had gave me a list of things that I can do to kind of diffuse, and one of the things, ironically, was playing bubbles. So I had already did it before she even gave me the list. So it was really fun. And the best part is it wasn't in my house, so I didn't have to clean it up. Also, just so that you guys know, there's no time frame on any of these steps. You don't have to reach them by a certain amount of time. Some people may take a week, some people may take a couple weeks. Not all steps will work for everybody. You can take one step from the list, or you can take all of them, or, you know, just kind of get a feel of what works for you. These aren't the only steps in the world either. So if you have a different idea, feel free to comment below. Maybe I can try it as well, you know. And also, I want to leave you guys with this. It is okay to cry, okay? You are allowed to feel. You're human. Feel your emotions. Allow yourself to feel it. The only thing is, if you feel like you cry too much at a time, I don't even really think there's even a such thing, depending on what you're, you know, how badly something affected you. But if you are worried about that, just give yourself a time limit. Just give yourself a time limit. Like, okay, I'm only going to cry about this for 30 minutes. I don't know if 30 minutes sounds excessive to you, but it sounds normal to me because I've cried for hours before. So, or I'm only going to be angry for this amount of time about this thing. Say it out loud, write it down so that you send it out into the universe. That concludes this vlog. Stick around for the third one. I love the support that everyone has showed me for my first one. I definitely didn't expect it. I had strangers and even very, very old friends reaching out to me and giving me feedback, so that was actually pretty heartwarming that people are actually listening, and I'm actually reaching out to those who I didn't even expect to have similar issues. So thank you so much for your support, and stick around, watch out for my other videos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and comments if you have anything to add or anything you want me to really express my opinion on, or whatever you want.